Here I stand on East 68th Street and York Avenue. You know, you're familiar with this place. The place that thinks that if you come in here to be a patient, you're automatically a suspect and wanted to use your personal belongings as a weapon towards them. Imagine that. Imagine that. They want to be in charge of taking your personal belongings instead of being concerned about your medical. Because they're afraid of the public. They think that the public people are going to stab them, cut them. So you can't bring sharp objects like your work inside the hospital. Oh no. Even though you're a cardiovascular patient. Come on, let's get a good look at all the people who are afraid of anybody who brings in their type of work, such as knitting and crocheting. They have a special security that think that it is legal to take possession of your personal property, because the staff that work here are afraid of anybody who might have sharp objects. But they come and work with the public. But you're afraid. What are you working in the public for if you're so goddamn afraid? Makes no sense. So you hired unsecured security. Security that don't have a gun, that don't even have handcuffs. But you're afraid to work in a hospital because somebody might have a sharp object. In a hospital, they have sharp objects in the back when you go in the ER. Help me make sense of this. Once you go to the ER, there's sharp objects back there. But you can't have your own personal sharp objects. But the hospital can have theirs.
I'm not gonna lie, I was exhausted.
I'm going to try to make sense of this. A hospital full of sharp objects, but you can't have knitting needles or crochet hooks because they're sharp objects. So when you go in the back, around their sharp objects, they feel safe. Tell me if that makes sense. Tell me if that makes sense to you. Here's another hospital staff. She has to be afraid too. People might come in the hospital with sharp objects. But when they get to the back of in the ER or on the floor, the sharp objects are there automatically. But they're not afraid of the patient then. Because security got the patient's sharp objects in their possession. And as if the patient wouldn't use one of the hospital's sharp objects if they wanted to hurt somebody. Help me make sense. Because the shit don't make no goddamn sense to me. Mind you, there is no law enforcement. Not one law enforcement out here whatsoever. Oh my God. And there he goes out here to walk this lady's possession to the corner. Help me make sense. I'm asking. Help me make sense.